Hey there.
Welcome to Wasting All the Time, Level 3.
Triple.
My name is Dave.
And my name is Cody.
And we will be co-hosting this very special episode of Wasting All the Time, the best of 2024, or at least some scenes that people thought were pretty good.
I mean, all the scenes are pretty good.
Yeah. That's kind of an interesting dynamic to this year because all the scenes are pretty good. So it's like, well, which ones stand out? Well, they're all pretty good. Relative? Huh?
I have a few of those.
Long-time attentive listeners to the show may be thinking, wait a second. I didn't vote on any scenes this year. Well, that's true. We didn't get enough nominations early enough for there to be a competition or, for that whole routine. So we have 10 scenes that we think are pretty good, and we're going to listen back to them, have a good time, a jolly, if you will.
Yeah, I will.
Cody, do you consent to a jolly with me?
Indeed.
Very
Only
well.
if it gets broadcast somewhere.
Indeed it shall. We are without two of our cohorts this evening. That was kind of a trend this year. Scheduling being a bit of a difficulty.
The life she happens.
Indeed it does. So that's that. All right, so let's hop right into it because we have 10 scenes to review.
Yes.
And we're going to be going in chronological order this time about... Beginning with a scene from an episode in January of 2024.
That's at the beginning.
This was an episode called I Am Barber that was released in January 18th. This is Cody's segment in which you brought numbered sentences. So for the first of the 10 scenes that we will review of 2024, this is I Am Barber.
Hey, I wanted to talk to you about this.
I am Barber.
I'm sorry, I don't think I caught that.
I am Barber.
Okay, good. I was worried I talked too wrong.
I am Barber.
Yeah, so the haircut, it really isn't that great.
I am Barber?
Yes. And I think I would like a refund.
I am Barber.
Okay. Okay.
Sergey,
Okay.
are you ignoring customers again?
I am Barber.
I realize that, but customer service.
I am Barber.
Yeah, you see, this tension is part of the problem.
I am Barber.
No problem. Sergey's excellent.
I am Barber.
Sir, what is problem? You handsome.
Thank you. I appreciate that vote of confidence, man.
Good. So, complimentary shampoo and good?
Actually, there's this thing where I kind of want hair.
Maybe some still on floor.
Yeah. That's the problem. Yeah. It's not on my head.
Let me get intern for solutions.
Okay. I guess I'll just wait here for now.
Barber.
Wow. I'm honestly pretty disappointed because this place rates.
We are excellent quality. You know.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, intern has special skills.
Hello, I am intern.
Hi there, intern. Nice to meet you. I'm Bob.
Yeah. And I am intern.
Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to see patterns.
What patterns? Only quality. Intern. Amazing.
Nah, I am intern. Yeah.
Okay, intern, I came here for botched haircut.
I am barber.
Yeah. He was.
Yeah, and I am intern.
Yes, thank you very much. And my hair is floored.
Please offer him a solution, y'all.
I am barber.
Look, I am an intern.
Yes, I think that's pretty well understood at now.
What if we all shave heads?
I am barber.
Huh. I guess
mean-
I never thought of it that.
I mean, I am intern.
There we go. Problem solved. Drinks.
Okay. You've convinced me. I'll leave a good Yelp.
So if you weren't able to tell just by listening, that was a game that you brought where everyone was limited to a specific number of words per sentence or per line of dialogue, and not limited in the sense of you can't go over, but it had to be exactly that many words. Cody had 6 words per sentence. I think Jess had 5. John only had 3 words for every line of dialogue, and he decided to make them the same 3 words every single time. And meanwhile, I had the luxury of 9 words per line, and that was
sometimes you get rolling, and you're like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah. So I just had 3 groups of 3 dots in my mental vision, and they lit up with every word, and I just tried to always end with the 9. And I think technically there were a couple where I went over by a word or so, but that was a lot of fun.
Happens.
It was a fun way to start the year.
Yeah. And looking back as like doing the Russian accent is kind of cheating in that game because Russian doesn't have articles like English, so you can just cut things out and like make the sentences where you want them to go. We did it, dadgummit.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't actually put that together, but there you go. A character reason to have sentences not quite line up. Yeah. All right. Well, let's move right into the next scene. This is from episode Mushroom, which was released February 29th. It was Jess's segment where she did the scene foretold.
Yay.
That's a segment where she pulls a tarot card, reads off its description, and then we use that as inspiration for a scene. I've called this scene Patrice Kombucha. So let's take a listen to the scene that emerged from a reading of a tarot card.
Welcome to my kingdom.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Partake in some kombucha.
Oh, I usually don't touch this stuff, but I don't want to be rude. Okay.
It's made from our finest sacrifices.
Okay. No, I'm happy to enjoy some. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's got a lot of floaty bits. That's nice. That's nice.
Yes, that's how you know it's fresh and organic.
Yes. Ooh, ah.
Now, what can the Mushroom Kingdom do for you, oh great wise foxman?
Yeah, I was hoping to sort of, I don't know, buff up on the wisdom a little bit. I really like to try to consider my future in a calm, reasonable way. And, well, lately I've been feeling a little distracted, a little forgetful. And, and I don't remember what I was just saying. This kombucha is kind of making a tingly feeling. And
That was probably because Patrice is in that batch. She made everybody do a tingly feeling.
I see. I did not realize that this kombucha contained Patrice.
Well, she was one of the mushroom virgin sacrifices. She was raised specifically for this, so
it all makes sense. Saying it out loud. Yeah.
It does. Everything always makes more sense when it's said out loud. That's what I always say. When I see myself in my little mushroom mirror, I go, Pat, it's going to make more sense when you say it out loud. All the time.
And it's little nuggets of wisdom like that keeps me coming back. Pat, yeah, what can you do for me, Pat? I really dropped the ball a couple times recently, and I think people play it off as a weird exception, but I'm starting to feel a loss of confidence. And everything that you grow and do around here is so, natural and efficient.
It's made by our people, of our people. So
yeah, but not for your people.
No, it's for exclusively not for us. We don't.
That would be cannibalism.
That would be weird.
That would be very strange.
That would be.
Your Highness, the next batch of sacrifices is ready. They have been complaining and screaming the entire time.
Oh, about how much they want to be kombucha'd?
Yes, Your Highness, you are always correct. Absolutely.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm so thankful for all of my loyal subjects. They're so eager to serve the greater good.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Is that the Patrice Kombucha? Oh, very good. That's a fine vintage.
That's what everybody
Wine
says.
joke.
It's a Patrice one. He's got the tinglies.
I got the tinglies, all right.
Got the tinglies.
You got the tinglies from the... Oh, no.
The Patrice Kombucha.
The Patrice Kombucha shouldn't be giving the tinglies.
Well,
That's a bad sign.
But she gave everybody the tinglies when she was alive.
Remember what happened after she gave them the tinglies?
Oh.
I do not.
That's okay. You're just the Empress. Why do you need to remember things for?
Why do you need to remember things for?
It's fine. It's fine. You're a fox guy, right? I can't tell. Are you a fox or are you a chinchilla? I can't tell from here.
Oh, come on. That hurts. That hurts.
I don't get out a lot. I'm a royal guard. What do you think I do on my vacations?
No, my fur isn't even that soft. Come on.
I didn't touch you without permission or consent. That would have been rude, even for me. So, Your Highness, Empress, Your Graceness, we should really get him to one of the doctors, like post haste.
Mushroom fungi. Bring a stretcher big enough for our fox friend.
We don't have one.
True.
We could lash two together.
What are we going to use as rope?
Mushroom.
That's a good idea.
It might still not be big enough.
What if we lash 3 of them?
How? Like side by side and then by side, or would we do one on the end? Or
that's right. We didn't really consider the square cube law.
I don't know how that works.
Just a mushroom, man.
I'm also just a mushroom man.
I love all my loyal subjects.
Let's drag him.
Smart.
Let's drag him. Let's drag his ass.
Him. stupid chinchilla.
He's not even real.
Oh my God. I mean, even with kind of as absurd as that got, there was like good improv. There were offers, there were like expansions, there were like, yeah, we're going this way. It didn't feel like anybody had a real like, no, this is where I want the scene to go. And then they try to railroad. No, everyone was like, it's this. Okay, cool. Hey, Mr. Fox guy. Oh, cool. You're a fox. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And even though it didn't have a whole lot of like forward momentum, it was just a fun little world to inhabit. I always love being a character that's like paired up with another where they kind of have groupthink. They're like, so our two little minion characters at the end
Drag him!
Drag him! And then I don't know what the heck my line at the end there was. He's not even real.
What
I don't know what it's
saying
supposed to
about
mean,
the universe?
but it cracks me up.
Oh my God, dude.
You know, I've been listening to some of the old episodes from our first run way back in the day.
Way back in the day.
It's interesting that we used to really go kind of absurd and abstract a lot of times just because the prompts were nonsense. But I think that's kind of a fun thing. And that scene there kind of went that way as opposed to some of the more
stoic ones,
straightforward, reality grounded type scenes that we do more often nowadays. But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's slide on into the next scene. Now, the next two scenes are both from the same episode. So I guess by default, we have to say that this was the best episode of the year.
Numerically, that's the only way it lines up.
We'll look at it that way for now. This was episode Ghosties, which was released on April 18th. And first, we're going to listen to Jess's Style It, or rather the scene that followed her monologue. And this scene is called Ghosties. It's where the episode got its title. So,
excellent.
The titular Ghosties. Here we go.
Well, we're delighted that you want to draw Ghosties for us. Think that Ghosties are a good pursuit.
Oh, good, because that's really all I could draw.
Oh, but like, as in, not like cowboy ghosties or ninja ghosties or.
Oh,
what,
absolutely,
like,
can draw different types of ghosties, but ghosties is it.
They're not cowboys and ninjas. Then, if we ever need that from you,
they're cowboy and ninja ghosties.
Okay. Your
so
portfolio
it's a ghosty
was
with a cowboy hat on, or it's a ghosty with a ninja mask on.
Okay.
That's how it works.
This John voice.
How expansive is this ghosty capability? Like, are we talking like, could we do like Arnold Schwarzenegger ghosty or like popular political figure ghosty and do a little satire? We're really trying to branch out here. We're really trying to follow what the people want.
I mean, clearly the people want ghosties, though. That's what they want. So that's what I do.
Here.
That's what I draw, is ghosties.
Okay. What would you say your most popular, like your most attention-getting ghosty has ever been?
I would say it was probably the horny ghosty. That got a lot of clicks.
Makes sense.
I don't know why, because he's just a little ghosty with devil horns.
Internet's a strange place, my friend. That's why we're here. We're here to bring a little stability to the madness, a little bit of whimsy.
Well, ghosties are about nothing but stability. I'll tell you that, because the design is identical. The baseline design is identical, ghosty to ghosty. It's just the accessories that make them different.
Okay, and that was the sense I was getting from your portfolio. And what we really liked the kind of breadth of accessories the ghosties could have. Like, I mean, just flipping through this, there's a lot here. Like,
Oh yeah. Lots
holy
of
shit,
them.
dude.
Did you see the gold miner ghosty?
Oh yeah, look at that. He's got a whole pickaxe, a little helmet with the light on top. That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's a coal miner ghosty as well, and a
Mhm.
silver miner ghosty,
Oh.
and a quartz miner ghosty, and a diamond miner ghosty. He has blood on his hands.
Fucking hell. Delivered so blithely. Love it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what people want. People want the oomph. They want the, if it bleeds, it leads. They want it what sells. What subversive ghosties do you have? What breaks the rules? What ghosties do you have?
Excuse me. I'm just coming in for a vibe check.
Oh, huh?
I just wanted the vibes in here were getting a bit dead.
Well, that's probably because of all the ghosties.
Oh yeah, I can see them. I see auras. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
But I see auras, and I can see that there's like a lot of corporeal beings.
So many.
Janet,
Hmm?
I'm really glad you're here. I am in the middle of an interview.
Is it fun?
I think the ghosties are really fun myself.
Janet,
Mhm.
why is there another voice here besides yours? Janet?
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is that when
Rude.
I noticed I needed a vibe check here, I also might have lit this candle that lets
Oh.
the dead communicate with us, because
Mhm.
everybody likes a 3-wick candle, right?
I'm a
Everybody
candle
likes to do it.
ghosty.
This one, not only does it smell like fresh linen, but it communicates with the dead freshly.
So fresh and fun.
I mean, if it's vibes you want, I've got a ghosty that plays the vibraphone.
Nerd cut.
That's fun.
Hey,
See?
if
That guy
if
thinks it's fun.
An actual
That
ghost
guys
likes
know.
it must be gold. Yeah, that's all right. That's fantastic. Wow, I've never had anybody have a better recommendation for their job.
I just wanted, so I've just got a question.
Okay.
Since we're doing this vibe check thing, you do ghosties. Do you do like self-portrait ghosties?
You mean like take a ghosty and make it look kind of like you?
No, like
Self.
there's all of these corporeal beings around us right now. Could you like do some portraits of them?
As long as they look basically like a ghosty, yeah. I don't see why I couldn't do that.
Because there would be like a lot of money for us in that too, especially if like you can do the ghosts of people's ghost pets. Like,
And if you can make them NFTs, please.
God damn it.
Oh, we tried that.
Yeah.
Stockholders did not enjoy the NFT dip.
But the dead love it. It's fun.
It's fun for the dead. FUN.
3-way.
FUN. Fun. Yeah.
I mean, I can't really do pets.
Ding.
Oh my God. That one had some fun energy.
One of the best lines of the whole year, I think. Diamond Miner Ghosty.
He's got blood on his hands. He's just like, all right, yeah, that's how it goes. Also, theoretically, it could be he drew literal blood on his hands, or it could just be a commentary.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very silly.
love it. That one I felt, and again, this might just be me being overly critical of myself, which is brilliant for a comedy podcast. That I didn't want like being too ham-fisted in the like, oh, I'm gonna ask you a question to move the scene along. Like, oh, what's your favorite? Like, tell me about some of these ghosties you've drawn, or like, what's your most subversive? Like, just came in and turned that one around. But every so often, I feel like I just do the like, yes, tell me more about the scene.
Hey, that's of all of the things that you could be doing in an improv scene, that is far from the worst.
Fair enough.
All right, so let's listen to the other scene that was nominated from this episode. This was John's segment. He brought horoscope game that week. And when he read out the horoscope made mention, it used the phrase value zone, which struck us all as being kind of weird.
Weird
shit. So this is what became of that.
What's the value zone?
There we go.
Welcome to the value zone. Did you ever wonder what would happen when you actually put time and effort into yourself?
I know I have.
What would happen?
Well, that's all we do here at the value zone. Valuing you so you value others.
It's like therapy, but without a license.
That's right. In fact, not a single one of us has a license, either for identification purposes or for training purposes.
That's right.
I got here on the bus.
I'm not legally allowed to describe how I got to this destination.
Man, I feel like I don't have a lot of self-person value. What should I do?
Get some.
Here at the value zone.
Get some.
Get some. I feel like I don't have a lot. Oh my god, that was awesome.
Yeah, short but sweet.
Yeah, unlike some pro wrestling type voices and intentionally shitty copy reads. What should I do?
Yeah, all it needed was some just loud metal behind it, or sound effects, explosions, all that stuff. Yeah, you could hear it in your mental ear.
Just the one though.
Just the one. All right, let's round out the first 5 scenes that were notable from this year with a scene from an episode called Misclarification from May 23rd. This was the scene that emerged from Cody's words of wisdom.
Wacky.
So without any further setup, here is a scene that I have titled Honkers.
Jeez. Jeez. We got that.
Yeah.
We got that special soap.
Yeah, I got the special soap.
Can you bring it quick? I think I touched something from outer space.
Oh shit. Well, we are doing an alien autopsy, so.
Yeah.
Did you glove up?
I didn't. I forgot.
Of course you forgot, because this one has the memory thing. Remember?
Yeah. I told he was making hard eye contact with me when I walked in the room, and I've just been kind of, whether it's actually controlling my mind or not, it's working. You know what I mean? Like either way, it's working.
Yeah. Well, anyway, here's that soap.
Thank you. See, I even forgot to scrub up. Yeah, scrub up glove
now.
up.
Glove up.
Yeah.
Scalpel up.
Scalpel.
All right. All right. We filming this one or?
Yeah, I mean, we got to release something on YouTube, right?
Yeah, just remember to make this one unlisted.
Unlisted. Okay, yeah, sure.
We don't want to release before the embargo's lifted.
Right, yeah. And the grainy black and white filter, right?
Yeah, we gotta degrade this footage a lot.
Okay, cool. So that
in post,
so that it looks kind of fake.
Yeah. In post,
perfect. Okay.
All right, amateurs, stand aside. The professional surgeon is here.
Oh, hey, Tony.
All right,
thank
what
God.
doing? What do we got? What's on the table today? Is this one of those hot aliens with the big honkers?
It's one of the lizard ones that does the memory thing.
So is this one of the hot ones with the big honkers?
It's a lizard, so it does not have
See, I
honkers.
don't know. Like, should I cover the eyes?
Only the
This is gonna-
mammalian ones would have honkers. And this one is a lizard.
All right. Well, you can give me a boring one, I guess. So let's fucking slice this thing open.
Yeah, don't
All right.
look in its eyes.
Why?
Because it does the memory thing.
Yeah.
What does?
Stop.
The lizard alien.
Stop
Oh.
it. Hey. Up here.
What? Sorry, I was thinking of honkers.
I know.
You need to not look in the eyes because it does the memory thing, okay?
Hey.
It's one of the
are these
lizard
things
ones.
supposed to make noise?
Honkers? Yeah, they're great.
I'm hearing
stupid
distinct-
character.
Yeah.
Is there some? Oh, it ate something. Oh, and it's still okay.
Quick, give me the slicey. Give me one of the.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of this
fucking-
one myself, okay, Tony?
Here.
I'm gonna just,
Here, Tony, have some gloves. We're gloving up
Okay.
today.
Why?
Yep. Here we go, and we'll just open that cavity up.
Oh, it's nasty.
Hi there.
Oh
my gosh.
God! It's hideous. Oh my God! What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't get it off of me. I can't get any of it off of me. I can't hear.
that's a
I got
person.
goop in my ears. I got goop on my face. I got goop everywhere.
Yeah, so we're just gonna
You want to crawl
Yeah.
out of there?
yeah, you want to just crawl out of there? We'll get you hosed off
Crawl
We got
out of
some
where?
special soap.
out of the lizard guy's
corpse. It's a medical
Stomach.
term.
Wait,
sack.
Oh, okay.
did you just shed? Or are you a person inside an alien?
And most importantly, do you have honkers?
I'm not a clown.
God damn it!
Didn't technically answer.
Oh shit!
That has to be one of the stupidest, most obnoxious characters I've ever played. He had a goal, all right? He had
Yeah.
Also, I think we circled perfectly this is the one that does the memory thing. I think there's just enough callbacks that, hey, what is this? We really could have ridden that pony into the ground, but we're like, no, we're going to touch on it and keep moving.
Yeah, no, I thought it was pretty good. It was a fun thing to. Yeah, you're right. We played in that playground, but we didn't overstay our welcome.
That's good. That's good.
Agree.
Good metaphor.
All right, so now we're going to move into the back half. This
Back
is
40, if you will.
the back 40 with if 40 were 5 scenes. This was from
Excellent.
episode You Actually Lightly Toasted My Toast Like I Like It, which is one of my favorite titles of the whole year.
It's a real good one.
And we're going to listen to the scene from which that title was extracted. This was
Which
July
ones?
18th. This was one of my segments where I did Patterson's Premises.
These were fun.
The prompt was, you don't know why Sam is being nice to you.
Yeah.
And John and Jess, I think, had a really fun dynamic in this. So let's listen to You Don't Know Why Sam is Being Nice to You from You Actually Lightly Toasted My Toast Like I Like It. You don't know why Sam is being nice to you.
And here you are, full English, in bed for the missus.
Oi.
Got your eggs, your crispy bacon, beans, toast, fried tomato. There it is.
You're off.
What?
You're off on one, aren't you?
What do you mean I'm off on what?
You're off on one.
I'm not off on nothing.
You're off on something.
There's nothing that
What?
Sam is off on.
You're definitely off on something. First, you're referring to yourself as the third person, and I don't know why that is. And then second, You actually lightly toasted my toast like I like it.
Right, because that's how you like it.
Yeah, you're off on something.
Look, it's how you like your toast, isn't it?
It is how I like my toast. It is.
So I made it the way you fucking like it, didn't I?
It is. I fucking love it. It tastes delicious. What you fucking off on?
I'm not off on anything. I mean, a man can make his missus a full English and bring it to her in bed. This is a thing that people do.
Yeah, in like the movies and on the telly, but they don't do it in real life. You even put a freaking bud balls on this tray. It's got my favorite fucking flower in it.
Right, it does.
Right?
The corpse flower.
Right. Favorite fucking flower.
They were hard to get too.
I know they're hard to get. That's why I like it.
Ring, 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 ring.
Oh, who the fuck's that? Oh, I bet you. Oh, I know who it is. This is the person that you're fizzy-diddling with on the side. And they're calling, and you want my mouth to be filled with food, so I won't answer the phone. Well, joke's on you, Sam, because I won't be the food. I don't go answer the phone. Woo!
Hello, this is Tom's Romantic Cruise Getaways. Am I speaking to Mrs. Havisham? Excellent. We just hope you're ready for your amazing, exciting romantic cruise getaway for the next 7 days and 8 nights aboard the lovely SS Thames upon Thames. It's going to be wonderful.
I don't know British things.
You're off on something.
Ding. You're off on something.
I'm not off on nothing. Honestly, I really like that scene didn't end off the rails, like with him pulling a gun or whatever. But his one thing, which just rolled into, which was perfect, it was like, so my favorite flower. It was just that beat, the corpse flower. Like,
yeah,
is that what we're doing? Oh, maybe not. I mean, it's just, God, that was so fucking funny.
Yeah, and fun bad English accents, always a good time.
Yep.
Just inventing turns of phrase.
You're off on something.
Fizzy diddling.
Fizzy diddling. Oh my God. Amazing.
A lot of good little performance moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jess answering the phone and saying, "Is this Mrs. Havisham?" Yeah. Yeah. Mouthful of food.
Hold up. I may have miscalculated.
But then at the end, she tells the person on the phone, "You're off on something." The conspiracy widens.
Any evidence against the conspiracy becomes evidence for it.
Indeed. Just someone very strong in a point of view.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
And that can lead to a lot of really good improv with strong character choices, because then you have some place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Versus just saying honkers over and over again.
It has its place.
It does. It's true fact.
Now let's move on to episode How Condensation Works. This was from August 22nd. We're going to listen to a scene that was another one of my segments, another Patterson's Premises.
Yay!
This time the prompt was King Arthur wants to know who didn't use a coaster. And
yes.
This is pretty much just a John monologue that I assigned to him. And I think he knocked it out of the park. So let's listen to John performing a monologue based on the prompt King Arthur wants to know who didn't use a coaster. Here we go.
Thank you all for coming, obeying the summons of your liege. As you know, this round table that we sit around when we tell our tales of valor, when we plan the next steps of our great and just kingdom, Camelot, this table was made from wood from the sacred grove of the Druids, enchanted and carved by Merlin himself, who is no longer with us. No, he went off with that elf lady or whatever and got put under a rock or something. I don't know the details. It's wizard shit, isn't it? So he's not here. Can't make us a new round table. This is the only round table that we have. This is the only round table we are going to get. So I must remind you that it is imperative that when you place down your goblet, if you are going to have ice in your goblet, you must use a coaster. We cannot be ruining the finish on the round table. I already see little rings forming, all right? I've spoken with Bedivere. It's not him. He understands how condensation works. But you, Lancelot, you, Galahad, you, Percival, you, Bors, you, Kay, may need a reminder. When you put ice in the goblet, it creates condensation. It makes liquid sweat on the goblet. And if you put that down on wood, like a wooden table, like the round table is, the round table is made of wood. We established that. It's made of the enchanted wood from the Grove of the Druids and carved and enchanted by Merlin him fucking self. If you put a goblet down that has condensation on it, it's going to wreck the finish. It's going to give us these little damn rings. And we're going to have little circles on our big round table. And I will not have that. I will not. Mordred, stop laughing. Stop laughing, Mordred. I've told you. This is important. This is a symbol of our entire system of government. This round table. And you're putting these little fucking rings on it. What are the people going to think? Like, oh, Arthur, he can run around with a magic sword and all, but oh, he can't even keep his table clean? Can't be having that. Lancelot, you are listening, yes?
Yeah. I was just thinking, coasters are made of wood too.
You're fired. You're fired from Knights of the Round Table.
Oh my god. That escalation. Dude. It was so organic and so like, I'm really trying not to be mad. I'm trying not to be angry, but like this is important. And it just, oh man, it's wizard shit. I don't know.
It felt so authentic too.
Mhm.
It was just that parental sort of lecture, like the
I'm not mad, I'm
tone was
disappointed.
immaculate. And busting out like I don't know what he knows about, Arthurian legends or anything like that. I mean, I know that, we've seen Monty Python Search for the Holy Grail. I don't know what else, right?
That's it. That's all I got. And the old animated cartoon from the 80s, 90s.
That I don't even have, but he pulled out so many details, many of which I'm assuming are like accurate to the tale.
100%.
And
100%. Knowing John.
It's just so good. He just knocked it out of the park.
Amazing.
And, again, another scene where the title for the episode was pulled.
He knows how condensation works.
All righty. We're going to move it on to another Cody's Words of Wisdom. This is from October 3rd, an episode called Frankenstein's Cookies. And we're going to listen to the scene that title was pulled from. So obviously you did your Words of Wisdom stream of consciousness gobbledygook.
So much gobbledygook.
And then we took some inspiration from that and came up with this scene. This was an episode where John accidentally selected or did not correct an incorrect selection of an audio input. So we're hearing him through his headset that was pointed at the ceiling.
Oof, oof.
Regardless, I think the improv is a lot of fun. So let's take a listen to Frankenstein's Cookies.
Well, hey there, Mr. Frankenstein. Wonder if I could have a quick word with you.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yes. Just the neighborhood council was having our weekly meeting, and just we wanted we voted on.
Did you get the cookies?
I'm sorry.
I sent cookies.
Yes, the cookies were lovely. Thank you very much,
good.
Mr. Frankenstein.
I mean, it's doctor, but I'm not going to hold a grudge.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Frankenstein.
Thank you.
It's just we voted as the council that I should come over and say hello, reiterate our welcome to the neighborhood,
right,
and just mention that a few of the neighbors have mentioned a smell coming from your house that wasn't coming from the house before you moved in here.
Oh,
and
they don't like peppermint. Oh, okay. I understand.
Well,
I'll get rid of the peppermint.
It's just so invasive, It's so invasive.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, I enjoy it. I think it's very calming, Between you and me, I've got a cat. Those litter boxes, they're pretty smelly. Peppermint covers it up.
Right. So that was the primary odor we wanted to speak with you about, was something underneath all the peppermint, which yes, you were saying it's litter boxes.
Well, I mean, if you notice, I basically live in a castle. So my little friend has to have more than one litter box. I can't make them go up and down all those steps all the time. Have you ever had to really go? Carl?
So it's just the
Do you want
one.
to go up and down steps?
So it's just the one cat then using these litter boxes.
One cat, multiple litter boxes.
It's just that the smell is
Carl. Hey, Carl,
Yeah.
is it happening? Is this it? Is it happening right now?
Yes, I'm talking to Dr. Frankenstein right now about the smell.
Oh, God, yeah, it's pouring out the front door.
Oh, is that Larry? Larry, did you like the cookies?
The cookies were delicious. A little strong on the peppermint, but they were good overall. I voted on this, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, Socks did help bake the cookies, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Just wanted to kind of be here for moral support for Carl.
Okay, Carl, continue
Because
then.
the peppermint's out of control.
I'm just very proud of those cookies.
Right, and the other smell too. So you're sure that it's just the litter boxes? Because I mean, it's a really, really profuse smell. There's a lot of it.
Well, Socks. I don't want to talk about this, but Socks has some digestive issues.
Some digestive issues.
Damn cat fart smells like death.
So
Death reincarnated by lightning or
farting
something.
cat.
Just the worst, really.
Mr. Dr. Frankenstein,
Yeah.
when things smell really bad, you can't just overpower them. You can't. It's too much. I work at the sewage treatment plant, and the good doctor here came by very shortly after moving into town and offered peppermint services. to us. We said, no, we have a pretty solid procedure here utilizing bacteria and all kinds of filtration, and that it works, and it's not actually that smelly. But the doctor did dump a 50-gallon drum of peppermint oil into our facility before we could stop him. And
But, it's
still smells.
good for the cockles.
It smells worse than shit.
Peppermint oil is.
It's good. Just cover everything with peppermint. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Carl.
Guys, are we doing this? Doing this or what? Come on.
Hey, Frank, come on. It's happening.
Everyone's ready. Are we doing this?
Oh, Frank. Oh, did you like the cookies?
Yeah, they were good. Talking peppermint.
Good. Well, the socks help. So
fucking peppermint. That one, man, the kind of unspoken communication of the "we doing this?" like that. What that's about? Yeah, that would have been like, God damn, that was. It smells worse than shit. So mad.
Frank, Carl, and Larry.
Mm-hmm. And then I was just like, Larry, did you like the cookies? Because obviously Frankenstein sent cookies to everyone. It's just, oh yeah, they were great. Just very polite, very like, yeah.
I know everyone is mad at me. I know that they're upset with this. I'm going to send them cookies. That'll get them off my back. Well, no. Because it smells like death. Cat farts smell like death.
There were so many little subtle touches that are just that, like, yeah, cat farts, they smell like death. Okay, yeah. Well, everyone's thinking it, kind of a thing. Fun little allusions.
Yeah, I got really hooked on the idea of someone who just, the whole like spray in the bathroom, like someone who just feels like you can just cover over bad smells with other smells. And
that's how you get rid of them, is you cover them up.
Yeah. You just out pungify.
Pungify. Perfect. Yep. New word. A++.
Yeah, it would have been fun to follow that further, I think. But yeah, good scene. Frankenstein's cookies. All right, we're going to listen to another titular scene. This one is more recent, from November 21st. This is another one of Patterson's Premises.
Yes.
The episode. Yeah, you and I really knocked it out of the park this year. A lot of Cody segments, a lot of Dave segments.
Killing it.
The title of this episode is Bigfoot Tie. And Cody, I think you did a pretty notably good job in this scene. A very fun character. Inspired by the prompt, trail guide loses their place on the map. Again, I think your performance in this is fantastic, and you have one of the best buttons of a scene that I remember from this year. So let's take a listen to Bigfoot Tie. Trail guide loses their place on the map.
So yeah, if you look to the left over here, you'll see the famous Arthur's trees, which were planted by the very first trail guide, Arthur.
I don't mean to
Uh-huh.
I'm not one to criticize, but I just don't think before you tell us look to the left or the right, you should always have to put your hands up in front of you to see which one forms an L.
Yeah.
Really takes the confiding in you out of it. I'm just.
Also, would we call those trees?
I mean, I'm the tour guy. I'm the trail expert with a PhD in trails. Okay,
They're
then
rocks.
I guess. Okay, it's all nature.
I mean, that one is a cell phone tower.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's been painted like a tree. I guess there's that.
Yeah.
Notice that, huh? Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. You know what? Most of my tour groups aren't as smart, as savvy as you two. So then I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you one of the secrets of the trail.
That sounds cool. Yeah.
Not a lot of people have seen.
Trying to win them back.
Yeah. It's right up here. You're going to love it. You know what? I'm going to, as a special, guess what the secret is.
Oh, that's
The
exciting.
backside of a waterfall?
Would you like that?
Oh shit. Is it Bigfoot? Are we going to meet Bigfoot? Oh my God, we're going to meet Bigfoot. We're going to meet, this is the best. Oh my God. I've wanted this for so long.
Okay.
Is it Bigfoot?
You know what? That's fine. Hold on. I'm going to get your Bigfoot tie out. Sir, I need to get my SO's Bigfoot tie out right now. Okay.
I need my
So here's your
Bigfoot.
tie. Let me see what else
hell yeah.
we have in the pack. Oh, we have your flag. We've got your Bigfoot flag.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then, let's see. This is the candy bar that you always wanted to share with Bigfoot.
Right. Yes. Okay. I'm ready. You can call Bigfoot over now. We can beat him now.
You have to show us Bigfoot. He's got the tie on. Would you want
This
to
candy
break
bar
the
is
heart
melting
of
now. It's
He's
in
a
my
grown
hand.
man.
I'm very
waving a panic
excited.
flag.
My body temperature is up.
That cloud looks like a kangaroo jumping through a hoop. Pretty rare phenomenon this time of year.
That was the secret. It wasn't.
It wasn't Bigfoot.
How
It
could
wasn't even the backside of a fucking waterfall.
How could you do that?
Look, more trees.
I've never seen somebody lower a pennant flag in such dejection in my entire life.
Now I have to burn all these. I have to burn them all, make new ones, because now these have the stink of lies and disappointment on them. And when the day comes that I do meet Bigfoot, he would be able to smell that on them. Because Bigfoot, anyone who knows Bigfoot knows that he has just the best sense of smell. And he can smell feelings. Because he's Bigfoot.
You know what?
It's okay, Claude.
Yeah,
Claude,
it's going to be okay. Honestly, if it's any consolation,
I'm kind of glad he's not here, because if he were, like, I wouldn't want to meet him like this. I'm just not in the right headspace. It's good. It's for the best. Let's just make a fire, burn these things. Hey, do you want to just eat this candy bar that was for Bigfoot?
You should probably save that.
Ding. Circling back to the prompt that you don't know where they are anymore.
Not a clue.
And to pull it back around with that one little, you should probably save that. The last bit of food that we have.
The inspiration struck and I was like, this is perfect.
And John's performance.
Oh, dude. It was
amazing.
It had so much subtlety and so much characterization. Dude, it was.
Anyone who
really
knows
brought it.
Bigfoot knows he has just the best sense of smell. What's
saying in that, and the whole just like, be strong.
Such a great way to phrase that.
Amazing. Fucking incredible.
So that was a trail guide loses their place on the map. Well, Cody, that was 9 scenes.
Oh, shit. Are you kidding me?
That was 9 scenes right there. I got to ask you, do you have... We're going in chronological order.
Mm-hmm.
So the 10th scene is something more recent. Do you have any clue at all whatsoever what might have been an accomplishment for us that someone would have noted?
Definitely.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
What if I told you that what we're about to listen to is 20 minutes long?
No shit. Okay.
This is from December 5th. The Demonology is Free. This is Cody's segment. I'm calling it Santa versus Jesus.
We need to figure out, where's Jess? I heard that Jess was training combat dogs.
Yep. Jess is out training combat dogs using a hula hoop.
Yeah, she was out training combat dogs using a hula hoop and teaching them how to respond to commands in German.
I mean, that only makes sense if she's training combat dogs using a hula hoop and teaching them to only respond to commands in German. Must be because she's planning to invade France.
Yep. Jess is out training combat dogs using a hula hoop, teaching them to respond to commands in German because they're going to invade France, which I cannot co-sign.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, she's out there training combat dogs with a hula hoop and teaching them to respond to commands in German so that they can invade France. And none of us can really co-sign that because it just sounds so similar to what happened in a real famous black and white movie.
Are you telling me that our Jess, who is training combat dogs using a hula hoop to respond to commands only in German because they're planning to invade France, which none of us, especially Dave, can co-sign on because it happened in a real famous black and white movie, is not the plot of The Hunt for Red October?
No. Jess is off training combat dogs using a hula hoop so that they will respond to commands in German because they want to invade France, which I will not co-sign, and I'm pleased to hear that most of the rest of you won't either. It's a plot of an old black and white movie, but is it The Hunt for Red October? I missed that one in the theaters.
Yeah, well, I mean, since Jess is off training combat dogs using a hula hoop, teaching them to obey commands in German so that they can invade France, which is a plan that none of us can really co-sign in good conscience because it's based on the plot of that old black and white movie, which, is it the plot for Hunt for Red October? Dave missed that one. I did not. So I can tell you definitively that Alec Baldwin was not in this particular black and white movie.
Alec Baldwin, how did we get there from just training combat dogs using a hula hoop to respond only in German so they could invade France, which is the plot of an old black and white movie? None of us can co-sign on. It's not The Hunt for Red October that Dave absolutely did not see in theaters. We got to catch him up. Alec Baldwin, not in that particular black and white movie because Jess got a tattoo of an anchor on her forehead.
Jess is out training combat dogs using only a hula hoop, training them to respond to commands in German because they want to invade France, which is something I cannot co-sign. It's the plot of an old black and white movie. Is it The Hunt for Red October? I don't know. I missed that one in theaters, but John didn't. That said, it's not The Hunt for Red October. It's Alec Baldwin's in it. And Jess got a forehead tattoo of an anchor, which symbolizes her love of the sea.
Yeah, Jess, always out training combat dogs with a hula hoop to respond to commands in German so she can invade France. None of us are co-signing this because it's just the plot of an old black and white movie. Thought for a second might have been Hunt for Red October, which Dave missed, but I do know that, Alec Baldwin was not in this particular black and white movie. But in other news, Jess got herself a forehead tattoo of an anchor to symbolize her love of the sea. Because that's what you do when you're in love with a sea serpent.
I mean, that jives. Or just training combat dogs with only a hula hoop to respond to commands only in German, so she can take over France, which is the plot of an old... invade France, which none of us, especially Dave and or John, can co-sign off. It was the plot of an old black and white movie. Not, honestly, shockingly enough, the Hunt for Red October. Dave missed in theaters. John absolutely saw it. But this old black and white movie does not have Alec Baldwin in it, which is why he can't play Jess, who got a forehead tattoo of an anchor, which symbolizes her love of the sea because she fell in love with a sea serpent who has the nuclear launch codes for Australia's arsenal.
Yep, Jess training combat dogs using a hula hoop to respond to commands in German. They want to invade France together, which is wild. I think it's the plot of an old movie. Is it Hunt for Red October? I missed that one in theaters. I'm not sure. John's sure, though, because Alec Baldwin is not in the old black and white movie that he's talking about. Jess got a forehead tattoo of an anchor, which symbolizes her love of the sea, or more specifically, her love of a sea serpent, which has the nuclear launch codes for Australia's arsenal. Gotta shift gears to a different part of my brain, which is up for bid.
Yeah, you know how it is. Jess out training combat dogs with the hula hoop to obey commands in German so they can invade France, which none of us co-sign because it's just unoriginal. It's the plot of an old black and white movie. Hunt for Red October? No, probably not. Dave missed it, but I know that Alec Baldwin is not in the old black and white movie I'm talking about. So anyway, Jess got a tattoo anchor. Jess got a anchor tattooed on her forehead. Symbolize her love of the sea because she's in love with the sea serpent who has the nuke codes for the arsenal of Australia, which is up for bid in a private casino room in Monte Carlo next week.
That's so exciting. I was going to meet Jess because she was training combat dogs with only a hula hoop to obey commands only in German because she was going to invade France, which none of us can co-sign on, especially Dave, even though it was so unoriginal. It's a plot of a black and white movie, which I thought, Hunt for Red October, actually not it. Dave doesn't know that it's it because he didn't see it in theaters. John definitely did. Alec Baldwin, not in this black and white movie, especially can't play it because Jess got a tattoo of an anchor on her forehead, symbolizing her love of the sea. We've been more technical, her love of a sea serpent who has access to the nuclear codes for Australia's nuclear arsenal, which are up for bid in a casino in Monte Carlo, who are being bet on by James Bond.
The James Bond?
The very one!
Egads. Who'd have thunk it? Jess out there training combat dogs using a hula hoop so that they obey commands in German because she wants to invade France, which I will not co-sign, and I'm pleased to report that neither will my two cohorts here with me. It's unoriginal anyway. It's the plot of an old black and white movie. Is it The Hunt for Red October? No, I didn't even see that one in theaters. John did. Alec Baldwin, not in the one he's thinking about. Anyway, Jess got a forehead tattoo of an anchor because she loves the sea. She loves the sea so much that she serves a sea serpent. And the sea serpent, well, gosh, why? Maybe she only likes it because it has the nuclear launch codes for Australia, which are up for bid in a casino in Monte Carlo next week. Getting bid on by James Bond, apparently. I don't know. I have seen all the James Bond movies, and I don't remember that one.
Yeah, Jess, training combat dogs with a hula hoop to obey commands in German to invade France, which we do not co-sign because, you know, the plot of an old black and white movie, not The Hunt for Red October. Dave missed that one, but I know Alec Baldwin ain't in the black and white movie I'm talking about. So Jess, in other news, has an anchor tattooed on her forehead because she's in love with the sea, or more specifically, a sea serpent in said sea who has access to the nuke codes for Australia's arsenal, which are up for bid in a secret casino room in Monte Carlo where James Bond himself is bidding on them. Dave has seen all the James Bonds and he doesn't remember that shit. So we're going to probably go bet on it ourselves.
Which will be a lot of fun because Jess training combat dogs with only a hula hoop to respond to commands in German so she can invade France, which none of us co-sign on, which was plot of an old black and white movie, which is not The Hunt for Red October, which Dave missed in theater, but John definitely saw. Alec Baldwin in the old black and white movie, which can't play Jess because Jess got a forehead tattoo of an anchor which symbolizes her love of the sea, even though she's in love with the sea, everyone has the nuclear codes of Australia's arsenal, which are up for bid in a secret casino room in Monte Carlo, which is being bid on by James Bond, which Dave saw all the James Bond movies. He doesn't remember that at all, which means if that's not happening, we can go bid on it ourselves and we can finally invade the moon.
Let's do it. I'm on board. Jess isn't here, right? Jess is out training combat dogs using a hula hoop to respond to commands in German because she wants to invade France, which I can't co-sign. No one of us can. It's unoriginal anyway. It's the plot of that old black and white movie. Is it Hunt for Red October? No, I didn't see it, but I now believe that it's the one with not Alec Baldwin. Jess got a forehead tattoo, which symbolizes the love of the sea because it's an anchor, but she loves the sea serpent, which has the nuclear launch codes to Australia's nuclear arsenal, which is up for bid in a secret room in a casino in Monte Carlo, being bet on. The codes, that is, by James Bond. I've seen all the James Bond movies, and I don't remember seeing that one. Which means that we should bid on it. The three of us will bid on it. And then we will use Australia's nuclear arsenal as a way to invade the moon. And finally, we can nuke it and put Coca-Cola ads on it.
This is a brilliant plan. Since Jess is off training combat dogs with a hula hoop to respond to commands in German so they can invade France, which, by the way, none of us co-sign because it's the plot from an old black and white movie, not The Hunt for Red October. Dave missed it, but I know Alec Baldwin was not in that old black and white movie. But anyway, Jess has a forehead tattoo of an anchor now because she loves the sea, specifically a serpent that is in said sea, who has the nuke codes from Australia's arsenal, which are up for bid in a secret room in a casino in Monte Carlo, where James Bond is there. He's going to bet on it. But Dave thinks he's not, because he's seen all the James Bond movies and that's not in them. So we should probably go and bet on it ourselves so we can get those and finally invade the fucking moon and put some Coca-Cola ads on it, because that's the only way to lure Santa out there.
The Santa? Oh, we're going to do that. You mean, while Jess is training combat dogs with only a hula hoop to respond to commands in German so she can invade France with none of the cosign on, even though it's a plot of an old black and white movie, which is not, consequently. The Hunt for Red October, which Dave never saw, but John definitely saw in theaters. Alec Baldwin, not in that old black and white movie, and he can't even play the part of Jessica. Just got a forehead tattoo of an anchor that symbolizes her love of the sea, even though it's the love of the sea serpent, who has the nuclear codes for Australia's nuclear arsenal, which, I might add, are being bid on in a secret casino room in Monte Carlo, being bid on by James Bond, even though Dave has actually seen all the James Bond movies. Doesn't remember that in any of the James Bond movies. Nothing. None of that. So all of us, the three of us, are going to go bid on those nuclear codes so that we can get the Aussie nukes, invade the moon, put Coca-Cola odds on them, lure out Santa, and create the final death match between Santa and Jesus.
Yes, bro. Yes. Thank God Jess is out training combat dogs right now using a hula hoop to respond to commands in German, because she wants to invade France. Well, she wants to invade France. Well, that's unoriginal. The rest of us have better ideas. What was that movie anyway? Was it The Hunt for Red October? No. Although I didn't see it. I'm establishing an artificial memory that I saw it, and I can remember that Alec Baldwin is not in the old black and white movie that we're all talking about. Jess got a forehead tattoo of an anchor, which symbolizes her love of the sea. She's also in love with the sea serpent. Is it related? Sources won't tell. The sea serpent has the nuclear launch codes for Arsenal of Australia, not the football team, the nukes. Those nukes are being bid on in a secret dark room in a casino in Monte Carlo, where we all know James Bond hangs out. Is he going to bid on them? I don't think so. I've seen all of the James Bond movies, and I don't remember that one. I've even seen the bad ones. So I guess we're going to have to go bid on them. Invade France? Huh? No, we're going to take these nukes to the moon, baby. We're going to invade the moon, nuke it, put up Coca-Cola ads, lure out goddamn Santa Claus, and have him go into mortal combat with Jesus Christ. Finish him. Finish him.
So, since Jess is off training combat dogs with a hula hoop to respond to commands in German so they can invade France, which we do not co-sign. It's very irresponsible because it is the plot of an old black and white movie, not The Hunt for Red October, which Dave missed, because Alec Baldwin is not in the black and white movie I'm thinking of. Jess got a tattoo of an anchor on her forehead for some reason. Oh, the reason is because she loves the sea, specifically a sea serpent in the sea who has the nuke codes from Australia's arsenal, which are up for bid in a secret little room in a casino in Monte Carlo, where James Bond himself is said to be bidding on them. Dave, however, doubts it because he has seen every James Bond movie, and that shit don't happen, not even in a Roger Moore bullshit.
Oh, how dare you?
Shots fired.
So we're going to go and we're going to bet on it ourselves, so that we can take those nukes and invade the moon, put some coke ads up, lure Santa out for a final death match against Jesus, finish him. But we all know that Raiden's going to show up at the last minute and take it all.
Really? Oh man, that's kind of disappointing. I mean, the whole thing with just training combat dogs with only a hula hoop to respond to commands in German so she can invade France, even though none of us co-sign on that spot on a black and white movie. Not the Hunt for Red October, as a matter of fact, which Dave did not see in theaters like a pleb, because even though John saw it. Alec Baldwin, not in the old black and white movie that we obviously all know exactly what we're talking about. We know exactly which specific black and white movie that we're talking about. Alec Baldwin, not in it, which is why he can't play Jess, who got a tattoo of an anchor on her forehead, which symbolizes her love of the sea, even though that technically is her love of a sea serpent. That sea serpent having the access codes to Australia's nuclear arsenal. Those codes being up for bid in a secret casino room in Monte Carlo. James Bond himself bidding on them. Although, can that be true? No. Dave has seen every James Bond movie, including fucking Timothy Dalton James Bond movies, and that never fucking happened. So the three of us are gonna go bid on the codes ourselves. How hard could it be? How could it be to fucking nuke the goddamn moon, which we're gonna invade? But Coca-Cola adds on there to lure out the Santa Claus so he can have his final death match with Jesus H. Tap Dancing Cristo. Death match. Finish him. Even though we all know fucking Raiden's gonna show up and take everything anyway. And then we'll all retire to the senior home where we'll play canasta.
That sounds good.
Holy shit.
I mean, obviously, by far our most successful run of
Oh, yeah.
Where's, so-and-so. Just,
yeah.
It's wild that, like, the idea of memorizing a monologue that's minute long is like, that's a tough thing.
Like on the fly too. Not even like,
but by the
something
end,
we've heard or something we've known.
Each time we would recite the thing, it grew to the point where it was minutes long, just to go through one cycle and add the new feature. And I really love how much we sort of played with it as we would retell it, adding commentary or flavor or attitude or detail. Like, it just like it in a way
fun.
By saying it a little bit different, it almost makes it easier to remember.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, I can dig that. That makes sense. Yeah. Cause you're making more of a marker that you can identify because it's something that you've said with it, I would guess.
Yeah. And then you also like are keying on to opportunities for your own ad-libbing. Mm-hmm. As you listen to the person before you, and it just kind of organically grows little moments, and yeah, that's wild.
Something amazing.
I mean, let's do a count. Jess is out training combat dogs, using a hula hoop, teaching them to respond only to German commands, which means that she must want to invade France.
4, which
I can't co-sign.
5.
Don't want to do it anyway. It's unoriginal. It's the plot of an old black and white movie. Is it the Hunt for Red October?
7.
I didn't see it in the theaters.
8.
Well, John saw it in the theaters, and he can confirm that it's not because Alec Baldwin is not in the old black and white movie.
9.
That we're all talking about. In completely other news, Jess got a forehead tattoo of an anchor.
10.
It symbolizes her love of the sea.
11.
She fell in love with a sea serpent.
12.
Who has the nuclear launch codes to Australia's arsenal.
13.
Which are up for bid in a secret casino room in Monte Carlo.
14.
Which is going for bid next week. Rumor has it James Bond is bidding on the nuke codes.
15.
I don't know about that. I've seen all of the Bond movies, and I don't remember that happening in them.
16.
Well, the three of us should bid on it.
17.
We can use the nuclear arsenal of Australia to invade the moon.
18.
Which we can then nuke and put Coca-Cola ads up on.
19.
Which will be the only thing that will attract Santa Claus.
20.
Who we will put in Mortal Kombat with Jesus Christ.
21.
Finish him.
22.
But we all know that Raiden is just going to come and take it in the end.
23. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Like honestly, especially also given how often we all just kind of go, like, I think that's real fucking good.
We pulled it out. So we each came up with 7 or so details, I guess.
23, just under 8 each.
Yeah. That's
fucking
that's
awesome.
something, man.
We are awesome.
And I mean, that's a summary for the year. That was something.
It was something. It was a good something.
Been doing some of our best stuff, having a good time, a little irregular on the releases, and that's all right. Having a ton of fun with the Plot Thickens.
Oh my God, yes.
Lately, we've been doing Camp Generic, but before
that's right.
We did the Hench-Dividuals, our dungeon cleaning crew, which we started just over a year ago. That one. We started Hench-Dividuals.
Was it? Wow.
In November, the end of November of last year. So we've done 2 stories in a little over a year. That's cool. Hench-Dividuals lasted a good long while.
We had a lot to run with on that one, which I think is really impressive.
Yeah. If you haven't listened to all of those, we are probably getting near-ish the end of this Camp Generic
I think
story,
so.
I think.
It's feeling like it's approaching an organic conclusion.
Yeah.
He said,
we've got
naturally.
a camp leadership in exile and a new team running the camp while they're away. Wild stuff. I've been having a ton of fun this year. I'm really looking forward to doing another year of wasting all the time.
Hell yeah.
With you, Cody, and the other cohorts, of course, and any guests that might come along. All right, easy. Summarize the entire year in 8 words, Cody.
We did jokes, characters, and good improv. Y'all.
That's right, y'all.
Yeah,
we'll see you.
It's good stuff.
For more wasting all the time in the new year, which we're in now, and enjoy it.
Allegedly.
Best year ever. Let's do
Hell
it.
Yeah. We can make it happen.
But until next time, I have been Dave.
And I've been Cody.
And we co-hosted this look back on the best of 2024 together.
Fuck yes,
Thanks.
because we're awesome.
Ever so much.
Butts.
Good night, folks.
Good night, folks.
Congratulations, you've made it to the end of another episode of Wasting All the Time, an improv comedy podcast. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you really enjoyed the show, support us at patreon.com/timewastepod, or go to wastingallthetime.com.